Okay, tonight we are going to be exploring a little area that some people know about and then others just don't care about. To find my mouse here. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow. I just woke up. This is common danger, no life. But my numbers are so high on my stats. I just sit in my room with my caregiver. She's not here right now, or she'd be telling me to go to sleep. We are going to go to an area where there's incandescent energy. That's just south of Castle Wars, next to the poison waste. But we're going further. As you notice, I have no weapon equipped, so my whole area down here, everything that highlights up in the little white squares, if you notice, see all these little white squares that are highlighted, they're just all dark. Now, I'm not going to do any foolish things like make any attacks towards any of these creatures. This is a weekly, you can do once a week, and it is past the incandescent energy area here. You see, this is his incandescent energy, harvest the energy. There's the Wisp pool. We're going to go over here. This little area that looks kind of like Stonehenge, with one lit stone. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cross this bridge. Get across it, we're just going to click the other side. Now what we are looking for is a little dot on the map here. She's usually over here. She's a fairy. Right up here. See, there's a little yellow dot. She gives us a task every week, and we're going to talk to this fairy. And we're going to click Wisps of the Grove. And it says, Teelee hands you a jar. And she's going to tell us that the mushrooms have just changed, so you best get foraging around to find the correct mushrooms, or whatever, the correct wisps. Okay, now what we can do is we can check the wisps jar, and it's going to tell us down here, as you see, we need a purple one, we need a red one, and we need a blue one. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we don't want to go back through the gate that we went. What we want to do is we want to run around this little island without provoking any enemies. And look for these little wisps. Now they're very, very tiny. We're going to want to walk through these areas. And I think I see a purple one up here. Now these big blue ones here, they're not going to give us anything. You're looking for the little ones that look like the little blue strands. See this, like this little yellow one right over here that's wisping around on the left hand side of the screen? You can barely see it. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. But we're looking for a blue one, and we're looking for a purple one, and we're looking for a red one. Okay. And when we find them, we'll go over here and see where it says tap wisp jar. That's what we have to do. Just by touching the jar, if we're next to the correct one, you're going to get a message. And see, I think I found a purple one up here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to run over next to it and get close to it. And then I'm going to tap the jar. I wasn't fast enough. Okay. Here they are. See that? There's a blue one. There's a yellow one. They're all over here. They're in this pile right over here, all mixed up. See, it just says we gently tapped the jar and we ended up with a purple one right down here. So we've got the purple one. Now we need the red one. Now that looks like a blue one, I think, that's right next to me. Yeah, that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this blue one over here. So all we need left is the red one. Now you're asking, what is the purpose of this common? Well, once we turn these back in, she's going to give us a special concoction that we're going to put in a stone. That's the blue one right there that I'm trying to capture. See? I just got a blue one that was floating around. Okay? So now I need the red one. And you could always check to see which one you need left by check the wisp jar. And it'll tell us. See right there? See like that? That's all we needed to know. The only problem is it's a kind of a pain in the butt here. Excuse my sinuses. This weather and the refineries down the street have my sinuses really going bad. Okay, here's the red one I need. And we got to chase the red one down. As you see it, it's right over here in the trees. And we're going to tap the jar. And we didn't get it. As you see, because we weren't close enough to it. We're going to tap the jar again. And there, we got it. Okay? Now, you see this big circle over here? There's a circle in the mini-map. Half of a circle down in the left-hand corner of the mini-map. Okay? I'll go over here. And you see there's like a canal in there. See right there? And this is ultimately where we're going to go in the end. So right now we're going to head back to the little fairy who gave us the jar. Now where we are is a very good place for farming XP. As you see, there is nobody over here. But the enemies are very strong. So you need to be careful if you're going to come over here. Make sure that you've got food, because there are no chests. That's a 140, you see that? So you can skill up your magic over here. I'm going to show you a few more enemies. There's some tree enemies. That's the fairy. Since we've already got all the wisps, we don't have to worry about it changing on us now. This is another group of enemies down here. Explore this little magical island so you know how to get down to that ring. See right here? This is ranged right here. And this is another 140 and it's 32,000. Okay. It shows you that you need a crossbow. Then there's ones that look like little trees. And I think I'm in the correct area here. We're getting close to it. Yep, I am. Okay. These people. See right here? These are melee, 140. But you see there's nobody over here. I don't know why there's nobody over here. Maybe the people just don't prefer to make attacks, or maybe the enemies are very, very strong. I'm going to have to go back eventually, and I'm going to have to go and see why, because I'd like to really fight a couple of these and see what kind of experience I'm going to get from them. So this island is one big circle with a bridge that connects you to it. This is a fairy ring that takes you back inside the fairy island, or fairy environment, or whatever you want to call that. Well, we're going back over here to the lady. Over here, the fairy woman. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this in. And we're going to say Wisps of the Grove. I'm going to check my jar. And then she's going to give me a wisp elixir. Now what we need to do is we need to go put this in the stone. And I'm going to show you the stone you need to go put it in. And that is located in the middle of the island. Remember that big circle I showed you? Well, here it is. And here's a little bridge that's going to take us across. We're headed over here to this big stone, to where it says give offering. And we're going to click, and we're going to click on this, and we're going to give the offering. Now we just got 14,472 XP. We got it in hunting and we got it in farming. Every time I've come over here, I've gotten hunting and farming. I don't know if it's because hunting and farming, let's see, hunting and farming. I think that this is what this area gives you. It doesn't give you anything else but hunting and farming. It doesn't appear that I can enter this area in here. There may be a related quest. It may be that I'm only putting the potion in a particular place of the cradle. The next time I come back, I'll click on a different portion of the cradle and see if it gives me XP in a different area. And here's this orange thing. I can't seem to do anything with it. Examine Chester. And that's what this flickering thing is. It flickers. So now that I've completed this, I can go back and wait till next week. There is let's see, talk to Bub. Who's Bub? So she says it's full of magical surroundings, wisps, magic mushrooms, and other mighty creatures. That sounds enlightening. What are you doing here? I'm chilling on this mushroom. I should be somewhere else. But I've noticed we're getting more visitors than usual, so I welcome anyone that drops by. You should have a nose around, head up the vines over there, but do watch your step. I've already shown you the mighty creatures. Click the stone, you can leave. Next week, I can come back and I can make more. Like I said, I hope that was enlightening. Thank you, and